Oh yeah. What's good, everybody? Anthony Moore here. It's another day. It's a great day. It's a powerful day with a powerful word known as weight. A body's relative mass or the quantity of matter contained by it giving a raise to a downward force, the heaviness of a person or thing. It can also be a piece of metal known to weigh a definite amount and used on scales to determine how heavy an object or quantity of a substance is. Hold, attach importance or value to, mass, load, burden, pressure, force. All right. So carry it well. The weight of whatever you could potentially going through, getting ready to go into, or already have gone through. That was a bar. You need to carry it well because responsibility ultimately shapes the individual. I know this title says responsibility shapes men, but honestly, actually, responsibility shapes all. All right. Because only this certain style of individual is going to have a level of responsibilities that they're able to withstand. And the higher the problem, the higher the responsibility, more than likely, the higher the individual. Okay. See, strength shows quietly. This is why some people are able on social media or in real life gauge your attention more than others. More than likely, I'm pretty sure has a direct correlation to the level of weight that they must carry day in and day out. You know, somebody needs to survive off of their doings. They got foods, they got mouths they have to feed on a day-to-day basis. They got people responsible by their actions to make sure they get fed, make sure their families get fed. So the weight of the individual of what they have, the burden that they have to go through every single day, I believe determines and shapes the individual, not just the man. All right. So don't let this word go over your head, as weight is a very powerful and necessity as we go through life. And if you have desires or, you got dreams, aspirations to be said high level individual, because all those high level individuals who, yeah, they flaunt the cars, they flaunt the lifestyles passively or directly, however that character or person is, regardless whether they show it or not, there's weight behind it that they must carry and figure out and solve every single day. Even the athletes, the pro athletes who seems like their lives is cookies and cream because they're making millions of dollars to perform on a Sunday. But people are not seeing behind the scenes. People are not seeing the consistent effort of work and scheduling that they must put in to stay at that level or continuously move forward. Also, the pressure of performing when the spotlights is on, time and time again. The only way you're able to do that on a consistent basis, your level of weight, the amount of weight you have to carry to be able to perform, lets you know the level of character in the individuals who's doing such a thing time and time again. So please, the word weight, don't let that go over your head. Now, it's day 26 of 75 hard. We are officially in 2/3 of this challenge, year 2. All right. I can see it already. Everything's starting to shape within my body. I feel ultra light. I do have a little clarity, but not enough to things that's, damaged far from returning. But I'm grateful for how far I am right now. And I just have to continuously look at why I started this journey again for year 2. All right. What is my why and where am I going? Yesterday I was later in the day, I had a few thoughts coming in my mind and a few actions taken, and I'm just in my head, and then in reality, like, all right, why did you start this? Huh, Anthony? Huh, AP? Why did you do this again? And then once I answered those questions, it gave me a sense of urgency, simultaneously clarity to continuously move forward with the motive and the strength that I know I'm capable of. See, I believe that's the same as burnout. Only reason burnout happens is because you either forget why you started or you lost sight of where you're going. Once you put one of those two back into the mix, look at that. You're now able to move forward. So that's just some sauce for y'all, and I'll let that go over your head as well. Now, also, today's day 214 of 365 being sober. Sobriety for me has just given me clarity on my life because I was fogged with a lot of chaos and a lot of mayhem, some self-sabotage, some in my environment. So I truly believe this saying that I've spoken upon before is if you change the environment, you change the person. Okay. Uh, Something about this proximity and like being around certain energies and having energy swaps. I don't know the full details of it yet, but I'm pretty sure it has something to do with how you progress along and move forward in life. All right. How you start to get invited to certain rooms because you have a caliber, a level of, integrity or just motion within yourself. All right. So you change the environment, change the person. I made some big changes in my life over these last few months, and I even got bigger ones already set in stone, just waiting for them to come fruition as we roll into 2026. Even though, like I've said, I've been in 2026 since about October, and I got to tell y'all, this year is better than last, as it should be. All right. Each year should be better than the prior, even with the setbacks that all happens year in, year out. You just got to find that light because you never know when yours might turn off. That was a dark bar. Oh, man. You know what they say, right? A day without laughter is a day wasted. All right. But yeah, you want to start your sobriety journey? Don't hesitate to click the link in the bio. It's free, FREE. Just put your name, email, send it right to you. Got you. And if you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, interact with the channel so somebody else can get a higher chance of seeing it as well. Don't be selfish with all this good game, these good words that can make your life better. All right. Yeah. Last, it's yet again another day posting on YouTube every single day until 1,000 subscribers is amassed. And day by day, brick by brick, we won't stop. We can't give in. I might be a rapper now. All right. But yeah, I will not stop. Simple. If you haven't noticed yet, we're pushing over 200 plus days. This is definitely a habit. All right. Even when the downs come, the highs come, we still post. All right. So that being said, it's a little over 06 early in the morning, right before everybody waking up, getting started with their day, their Friday, the day after Christmas. All right. I always thought the day after Christmas was another big day for, like, selling and going out and, buying things and still spending time with loved ones, because more than likely they're still in town for maybe another day or two, from wherever they're at in the world, in the country. And this is still, that holiday time, so please just continue to cherish these moments, because for the ones who go into a lot of family festivities and catching up is great. But then people like me who, like, I'm by my solo dolo. You know what I'm saying? I got my uncle coming in. He gonna be near me, and my auntie and my cousins. So I'm gonna definitely take a little drive to go see them. But this time in the holiday season is quiet for me, in a season of my life. And I believe everybody, whether they capitalize on this time or not, goes through a season of, like, a style of loneliness, where it's like you got to calibrate what you want your life to be, because next thing you know, responsibility on responsibility, and now it's about production, and that space of just you catapulting yourself and what you need to do. It's no longer, because now the weight of your life has intensified. So hope that making sense to somebody out there. And like always, let's not forget, it's another day to get a W. and it's another day to be great. Stay amazing.